It was a dark and stormy night when Emily decided to spend the night at her friend Sarah's house. They had planned the sleepover for weeks, excited about the prospect of staying up late, watching movies, and sharing spooky stories. Little did Emily know that this night would become a tale of terror she would never forget. As the clock struck midnight, the two girls huddled in sleeping bags in Sarah's dimly lit living room. The rain outside beat against the windows, creating an eerie rhythm that echoed through the house. The wind whispered through the trees, casting haunting shadows on the walls. Sarah, always the adventurous one, suggested they play a game of Ouija board. Initially hesitant, Emily eventually agreed, thinking it was just a harmless way to add some excitement to the night. They placed their hands on the planchette, their fingers trembling with a mix of fear and anticipation. The room grew colder as they asked questions, and the planchette seemed to move on its own, spelling out cryptic messages. Unease settled over them as the atmosphere became thick with an otherworldly presence. They decided to end the game, but the unsettling feeling lingered. Suddenly, the power went out, plunging the house into complete darkness. Emily's heart raced as she heard strange whispers and creaking sounds surrounding them. Sarah fumbled for a flashlight, and the beam of light revealed unsettling, ghostly figures in the corners of the room. Panicking, they stumbled over each other to find the source of the eerie sounds. Doors creaked open and shut on their own, and the whispers grew louder. The girls felt an unseen force tugging at their clothes, and cold fingers brushed against their skin. As they reached the stairs, the whispers turned into chilling laughter, echoing through the house. The once welcoming home transformed into a labyrinth of fear, with shadows that seemed to come alive. They ran through the darkened hallways, desperately searching for an escape. As they turned a corner, they were met with a ghastly apparition, a figure draped in tattered, ethereal clothing. Its hollow eyes pierced through the darkness, and a bone-chilling voice whispered, "You shouldn't have played with the unknown." The girls screamed in terror, and the apparition vanished. The house fell silent, and the power suddenly returned. Emily and Sarah were left standing in the middle of the hallway, breathless and trembling. The once friendly sleepover had become a nightmare, and they were now trapped in a house that seemed to harbor a malevolent presence. What would happen next? The girls dared not move, paralyzed by fear, as the ominous energy lingered in the air. The shadows seemed to close in, and the echoes of haunting laughter continued to reverberate through the house. The unanswered question hung in the air, leaving the story in a chilling cliffhanger. The girls stood frozen, caught between the realms of reality and the supernatural. The house, once a haven of friendship, now exuded unsettling aura that seemed to seep into their very souls. Emily and Sarah exchanged frightened glances, unsure of what to do next. Tentatively, they began to explore the house, their footsteps echoing through the empty corridors. The air felt heavy with a malevolent energy, and every shadow seemed to dance with unseen entities. As they cautiously approached the room where they had played the Ouija board, the temperature dropped, and the atmosphere thickened with an eerie silence. The planchette from the Ouija board lay on the floor, a stark reminder of the otherworldly encounter they had unleashed. Emily hesitated, her hand trembling as she reached down to pick it up. The room seemed to pulse with a spectral energy, and an unsettling feeling of being watched intensified. Determined to unravel the mystery, the girls retraced their steps, discovering rooms they had never noticed before. Secret passages revealed themselves, leading them deeper into the labyrinthine house. Each step brought them closer to the heart of the supernatural disturbance, and the oppressive presence seemed to grow stronger. As they ventured into the attic, the air became thick with the scent of decay. Ancient furniture covered in dusty sheets lined the space, and a flickering candle revealed an old, ornate mirror. The reflection stared back at them, distorted and malevolent, casting doubt on the reality of their. Whispers echoed in the attic, each word a cryptic message from an unknown realm. The girls felt an invisible force guiding them, pulling them further into the spectral depths of the house. They stumbled upon an old journal, its pages filled with tales of a tragic past, a family torn apart by dark secrets, and a malevolent force that had claimed their souls. The more they read, the more the lines between the living and the dead blurred. The journal spoke of a curse, a restless spirit seeking redemption, and the only way to break the cycle was to confront the ghostly apparitions that haunted the house. As Emily and Sarah delved deeper into the haunted history, the house seemed to come alive with spectral activity. Doors slammed shut, unseen footsteps echoed through the hallways, and the temperature fluctuated wildly. The girls faced a choice: flee in terror or confront the supernatural forces that held them captive. But what awaited them in the depths of the house? The ominous presence loomed, and the tale of the cursed home remained unresolved. The girls were on the precipice of a chilling revelation, the culmination of a nightmarish journey into the unknown. Emily and Sarah, driven by a combination of fear and curiosity, decided to confront the malevolent force that gripped the house. Armed with the knowledge from the haunted journal, they ventured into the darkest corners, seeking resolution for the tortured souls trapped within the spectral confine. As they reached the basement, the air became suffocating, and a dim glow emanated from an ancient, rusted iron door. The whispers grew louder, their words forming a chilling chant that reverberated through the underground chambers. The girls, consumed by the haunting atmosphere, pushed open the door to reveal a macabre scene. In the flickering candlelight, they found themselves in a chamber adorned with relics of a forgotten era. Candles lined the room, casting dancing shadows on the decaying walls. In the center stood a grotesque altar, and on it lay a collection of worn-out dolls, each one representing a tormented soul. Suddenly, the room echoed with anguished wails, and ghostly apparitions materialized around them. The spirits, trapped in a perpetual state of despair, beckoned Emily and Sarah to join them in their eternal torment. The girls felt an unseen force pulling them toward the altar, and dread settled over them like a suffocating shroud. As they approached, the dolls began to twitch and convulse, their lifeless eyes staring into the depths of the girls' souls. The whispers transformed into malevolent laughter, mocking their futile attempts to escape the curse. The room pulsated with an otherworldly energy, and the air grew thick with a sense of impending doom. In a final horrifying revelation, the spirits merged into a shadowy figure, the embodiment of the curse that had plagued the house for centuries. It reached out with skeletal hands, its voice a cacophony of tortured souls. Lee and Sarah, paralyzed by terror, could only watch as the figure enveloped them in a suffocating darkness. The room fell silent, the only sound the haunting echoes of the curse that had claimed yet another set of victims. The iron door slammed shut, sealing the fate of Emily and Sarah within the spectral depths of the house. The candles extinguished one by one, leaving the basement in complete darkness. The house, now steeped in an even darker malevolence, seemed to absorb the anguish of the souls it had ensnared. The storm outside raged on, as if mourning the tragic fate of the two friends who had dared to uncover the secrets within its wall. The tale of the cursed house continued, echoing through the ages, a warning to those who dared to trespass into the realm of the supernatural.